Okay, here we are at Clarke Auction. We are just 10 days since our last sale and we are already loaded. We're doing the video early this time because of the holiday weekend. I want to wish everyone a very happy and very safe 4th of July. With that, I'm going to start with this chair here. We have a lot of items from a Viennese family, very wealthy Viennese family, all spread throughout. But this chair, which is Linky, it's signed Linky, nice bronze mounted, Louis XV style chair, is paired together with another chair as one lot, estimated 8 to 1200 from the Hastings estate of the Viennese family. We have this absolutely wonderful buhl inlaid and lacquered desk. Very thick bronze work, as nice as it gets. Couldn't find a name, was looking, but I'm sure it was a very big maker. It's as is, so still needs a lot of work, but still an extra grade one. Over here, from an estate where we get a lot of mid-century, this time we have this dome glass. Same family, last sale had a lot of Salvador Dali glass. I believe this is by a woman called Holtz. Nice big large size. On top of this you'll see just two of the many lamps we have. We have a lot of handheld table lamps. We have a lot of Tiffany lamps. In fact, I think the lamps have been breeding here. We have a bevy of lamps. Let's just look over at the window. We put them there in the light, so maybe they'll grow more. We have a lot of regular slag glasses, a nice big large one with curved glass. Regular handheld ones here. This is a handheld, what they call reverse painted. This one here, you can see the tree and the lake. This is just one of many. We're going to show you the Tiffany ones inside. And just to confuse you, we have this René Lalique chandelier here. It's in the lobby because it's coming up in September. But anyway, over here, alongside this, we have a pair of Tiffany Studios Doré bronze lamps, rare form. Nice little pair of lamps. I believe they're estimated 1,000 to 15. Moving over here, before we get into that main room that is loaded, we have this absolutely wonderful vitrine, sort of Linky style with the parquetry inlaid bronze mounts, bronze plaque. Inside we have some of the bronze. I know Nelia talked about that, Jackson Pollocks, but we had, this is Ellie Nadelman, a bull. We also have this Ellie Nadelman. We had one about 3 months ago. We've got Mene, we've got Bergman bronzes in there, you name it, we have it. And this beautiful, look at the bronze work on the vitrine. I'm going to be running like the clappers along here because we have so much stuff. Right here we have two Tiffany lamps, beautiful shades, beautiful condition. This, I believe, is the vine border, nice big lamp. This one here is dogwood. Look at the patinated bronze base on that. Over here before the inlaid desk is another nice patinated bronze Tiffany lamp. I believe it's called a counterbalance, of which there's a standing counterbalance. Here are some of the furniture from that estate in Hastings, all beautiful inlaid Carlton style desk. We have this magnificent clock here. Look at the size of it. It's called a pedestal clock. I believe the movement is by Becker. Wonderful movement. All fine bronze, big figural bronze work. This is estimated 10 to 15,000. Really wonderful. Try and find another one. Moving right along here on the left-hand side from the same estate, we have this is Linky, Francois Linky, 19th century parquetry inlaid satin wood, all over bronze mounting, marble tops. Absolutely wonderful piece. Don't see too many of them. Atop that, an unsigned leaded glass lamp in the style of Tiffany. Not unsigned, but a beautiful lamp. Right here we have a very rare handheld lamp. This one actually came from Hastings. Little as is here with the shade, but no damage. Nice patina. Before we go in the main room, another Continental inlaid cabinet. Wonderful cabinet, serpentine front, inlaid bronze mounts. You name it, it's on it. And in the main room, just look at this. We're going to have to really go like the clappers here. We are heaving. Here we have a Tiffany Bell lamp. This came from an Astoria Queen sale. This is from New Rochelle, wonderful large. I don't know if it's handheld, but it's unsigned, really big, large shade, beautiful base. Moving along to the showcases here, we've got Tiffany Favril lamps sitting in there. We have an Art Deco perfume bottle. We have a wonderful bronze mounted urn. Running along here, we have more Tiffany Favril. We have Rookwood. We have many bronzes down here, including Rogers and Abraham Lincoln. That's by a guy called Bissell, I believe. In this cabinet, we have a wonderful bronze and marble ink set. Baccarat, Gallet. Running up here, we have this. Actually, this is very interesting and nice. It's a subway sign. I don't know if it's from New York or Chicago or where, but it's a nice original one. And as was pointed out to me, this is a very rare clock. It's Manning and Bowman. It's called a skyscraper clock, chrome, and this is Bakelite. Missing something on top here, but a very rare one, estimated conservatively at 300 to 500. As we're moving along, we have rugs. We have more Tiffany style lamps. I'm not going to get into them, I might bore the brains out of you. Up here we have this wonderful Continental, getting to the furniture, demi-lune commode, nice inlays on it. Here, 20th century, but really wonderful inlay on it. Look at that nice bright inlay with the leather top, an Italian bureau plat here, original case, signed Moser, set of 12 glasses. Here from the Hastings estate, look at this chinoiserie, or Japan as the English would like to call it. Sewing stand, got all the bells and whistles in it. We've got a Georgian mahogany secretary bookcase. Clocks wise, we have a lot of great clocks in the sale. We have this Dutch marquetry inlaid moon phase, raised on claw feet with a lovely bomb base on it, this clock. More Boule here. Arts and crafts from a Bronxville estate, oak. Same estate gave me a nice bell from a train. And from a Larchmont home, this is part of a whole dining room set we're selling, custom made in Italy for the woman. Really wonderful set. We have a server, table, and I believe 10 chairs. Atop that, we got Baccarat style candlesticks. We have a 19th century bronze mounted vitrine. We have a wonderful pair of bronze mounted Empire chairs, nice cowhide or horsehide or dog hide on them. We have a big Chinese altar table. Clocks wise, look at this wonderful early bracket clock, probably from Vienna. Go onto our site, clarkeny.com, to view it properly in case I'm rushing you. We have this wonderful large size bracket Tiffany clock. Lots of great clocks. Above the Chinese altar table here, we have this Victorian, very large, beautiful two-tone gilded and sort of dome top over mantel mirror. Okay, we have lots of Georgian style chairs. We have more vitrines. We have Boule cabinets with marble tops. Also from Hastings, the Boule is very as is. From Hastings, we have this absolutely wonderful large doré bronze and crystal chandelier, a bit dirty, but a really nice big size, nice quality bronze work. We have Regency style settees. Just gonna glance in this back room. I daren't even go in there because we're running late on time, but we have a quagmire of stuff in there. Up on top here, we have a wonderful 18th century Regency Irish mirror, small size, but parcel gilt. Beautiful little mirror. Moving right along, we have carpets, mirrors, more lighting. We have some wonderful cut crystal. We have sets of Baccarat stemware, Lalique stemware, more Lalique stemware here. We have cut glass here. We have Japanese Satsuma. We have Japanese bronzes. We have some nice Asian porcelains, Japanese urns, more porcelains. And to finish off, we have this wonderful Boule clock on a bronze mount from the Hastings estate. We are loaded, and with that I'm going to bid you adieu. Hopefully see you here at the weekend. You can come and preview between noon and 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday. We'll see you at the sale on Sunday. clarkeny.com. Thank you.
We have a fabulous collection of fine art for July 9th, so I'm going to get right into it. I'd like to start here with an oil on canvas by Henri Ottman. He's a French turn-of-the-century artist. He was fascinated with the female form, and you can see here we have a very sensual painting. This is called La Coiffure. It was done probably 1910s or 1920 or so. Beautiful soft palette, fantastic forms. This is being estimated at 1,000 to 1,500. Now up above, I'll quickly show you a work by William Gropper. This is a gouache on paper of Don Quixote done in 1945. This is actually from a different collection, but a strong painting. Now I'll show you a Louise Nevelson. This is one of two. This came in on a walk-in Wednesday, and she of course is known for her assemblages. This is from an Aquatint series, so it's from an edition. There were 6 total in the series. We have 2 in our sale this coming Sunday. This is from an edition of 90. It's numbered 39 out of 90 and dated 1973 in the corner. It goes along with the other one at an estimate of 2,000 to 3,000. Now I'll move up above to a fantastic painting by Charles Rain. Rain was an American realist painter. This was done in 1963. He called himself a magic realist. We can see why in this painting. We have a stormy sky with light breaking through to cast a spell of light across the city of Florence. So it really is an enchanting scene. This was actually exhibited in 1979 at the Farr Gallery in his one-man exhibition and was the center fold out of the exhibition catalog. This is being estimated at $2,000 to $4,000. Now I'll quickly show you down below. This is a Dietz Edzard, one of 3 by the artist in this sale. So here have an impressionist scene. This is a circus scene actually, but a lovely painting. I'll show you another one in just a moment. And as we move across the wall, I'll briefly show you this is the other Nevelson from the Aquatint series, again from an edition of 90 and signed down in the corner. We have a very large collection of American regionalist and realist paintings. This one here is the first from that group. This is by Leonard Everett Fisher, and this is called One Flight Down. Fisher was known mostly for his illustrations. He did a lot of storybook illustrations, but he considered himself a painter foremost. So this here was done in 1947. It is a New York bar scene. I just love the movement in this painting, the expressions on the faces of our characters here. Just a busy, really charming scene. This is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. And up above, just because we have so many in this genre, I'll show you. This is by Calla Lily Lukes. Here we have a New York City street vendor done in 1956. A lesser known New York street artist, though I just think this is a fantastic scene. One of the artist's paintings does hang in the New York Historical Society. This is estimated only at $600 to $900. And one more on this wall that we'll take a look at. Here we have a very well-known image. This is by Shepard Fairey. This was done in 2008 for the Obama campaign. It was actually an image he took and did individually. He wasn't commissioned, but it became a sensation and really put the artist on a map in a way that he had never been before. He was known, of course, previously for his Andre the Giant street art, but this one actually elevated him to a different level, and now this hangs in the National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. This is an offset lithograph. This is from an edition of 600, numbered down in the corner and signed and dated down in the lower right, estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Now we'll move along here. We've got a fantastic piece by Pablo Picasso. This is an aquatint done in 1965. It's called Dans l'Atelier. And you can see it's a really unusual image for Picasso. He's just suggested the figures with light here, so almost abstracted them. Here we have the artist with an easel and the model seated on the ground, almost cross-legged. So a really interesting image, but what's really special about this is it's a Bonatieri print. So here we have the artist's inscription down below, beautiful large inscription, indicating that this was actually the last approved trial proof by the artist, and he's pencil signed it down here. This is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. Now we'll move along up here. This is from that same collection of American realist art. This is by Henry Gasser. This is one of 2 Gassers in the sale, an oil on canvas laid on a board, signed down in the lower left corner. And we believe this is actually a New England scene. He was known to have painted a lot of New England winter scenes, some of them among his best paintings. This, I think you can really see the influence of the ashcan painters, maybe even Hopper, where we have this isolated figure highlighted by the street light. Really fantastic composition and a nice moody feeling there, estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. And then we'll bring it to a little earlier. This is another New York artist. This is Benjamin Eggleston. Here we have a pair of really fantastic twilight or dusk scenes. I just love the trees in this work. Down below, this one is called Man with a Gun. There is actually a figure hidden down in here. These were both exhibited at the Salmagundi Club. We have the thumb box exhibition labels on the back. Now let's go up here. I'd like to show you another Dietz Edzard. This one here I think is just really exceptional. We have San Marco Piazza in Venice. We have the figures down in the foreground with the Venice Carnival masks. Fantastic impressionist work. Really one of his best paintings. This is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. Now, I should quickly show you, this is another Eggleston. I just want you to see it because it's in a different vein, kind of a romantic work here. This is called Birdsong. Really beautiful, delicate nude. Another enchanting painting with the birds up in the corner and the babbling brook to the left, estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Just below that, we have a Martin Lewis. This again from the same collection of American regionalist works. This is called Chance Meeting. It's a dry point etching and aquatint pencil sign by the artist in the lower right. And here he captures, as he always does, the mundane New York street scenes. He really was a master at using light and dark to get across in his etchings, and he was one of the foremost New York draftsmen and printmakers. Really fantastic, exceptional work. This is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. And one more quickly, this is the other Martin Gasser that we have in the sale. This is called Winter Wharf, and this one is a watercolor on paper. I love the perspective here, the colors, the complementary colors with the yellow and the blue sea. So another fantastic composition, this estimated at only $800 to $1,200. There are a couple pieces I'd like to show you in this cabinet here. So let's just open it up and take a look. The first is this head, which you'll never believe it is actually a Jackson Pollock. So this is a bronze casting. It's from an edition of only 7. We see numbered 1 of 7 here. And it was done posthumously done under the direction of Sanford McCoy, Pollock's brother. And it was after a basalt or granite head that Pollock had carved when he was in his late teens or early 20s, but they think 1930 to 1933 in that period. So it is an authorized edition. It is accompanied by a letter and affidavit signed by Lee Krasner and Sanford McCoy. So a really unusual and rare piece. This is estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. And then down below, we have 2 fantastic enamel plaques. These are by Frederic de Courcy, and I think they're just exceptional works. He was a French 19th century artist. He eventually went on to work for Sèvres. You can see the quality here is just, it's superb. This one is called Commedia. You can see that the translucent and irreverent iridescent enamel work here. This one is called Musica. And he actually taught on translucent enamels and did research on translucent enamels throughout his career. So the pair are being estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. I've never seen another enamel come up for auction, so I'm excited to see where these go on the night. A lot of what we've looked at so far was early and mid-20th century, so now I'm going to take it back to contemporary work. So here we have a Morgan Monceau. He is an African-American contemporary folk artist, a self-taught artist who spent about 2 decades living on the street. This was painted in 1991, and it's called Plan of an African Ship's Lower Deck. So here we have what is actually a really appealing, repetitive composition with a lot of layers and elements going on here. It is a mixed media work. It is an original painting. Signed and dated down here in the corner. The artist actually didn't start painting until 1990 when he was almost 35, 40 years old. But a really fantastic and narrative piece. This is the first by the artist of this vein to come to auction, and actually only the second piece to be offered on the auction market. So we hope we do well with it. We're offering it at a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate. We took a large collection of Austrian art from an estate in Hastings-on-Hudson. This is part of that collection. This is by Johann Baptist Rieder, and he was an Austrian genre and portrait artist. So here we have a fantastic portrait of a woman looking over her shoulder, but what's interesting about this is there's a beautiful inscription on the back that indicates that this is a painting of the artist's wife done on her 36th birthday. So there's a personal aspect to it that I really love, but a fantastic piece. This is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. There's one more piece from that collection that I want to focus on, and that's this work here by Franz Kozics. It's called Elfenspiel, or Elf Play. This is sort of part of that Victorian era fairy painting. This is done by a German artist, and it's just a really charming work. You can see here we've got one fairy down in the lake playing with a toad, and 2 others cheering her on up in the corner there. It is a 19th century painting, and it's just one of my favorites. It's a very fun and whimsical work from that same Austrian collection. One fun tidbit before I wrap up, that collection, the family actually had a house in Vienna. The walls were painted by Gustav Klimt and his brother. So an important family and an important collection. We have over 120 pieces of art in this sale, so I really would encourage you to take a look at our catalog so you don't miss anything, and we hope you'll be bidding with us on July 9th. Thank you.
Hey everyone, July 9th might be one of the best mid-century sales of the year, so I suggest you pay attention. We have a lot to go over, a lot to see. Start right here. One of several Paul Evans pieces in the sale. This is a dark finished burl chrome cityscape style table base with a nice glass top. That's sitting in front of a very nice, ready to go Italian modern Geoponte sofa. Has been reupholstered in a white, very high quality fabric, recently reupholstered and, like I said, ready to go. Very nice piece, came from a quality estate. I'll show you some other things that came from that estate as well. But this is one of my favorite from that specific estate. Again, with the Italian modern, we have a beautiful bar set. This is a glass top bar. Comes with 3 stools, also comes with a cabinet in the back, a thin standing liquor cabinet or shelf unit. But this is super cool. The brass is really nice on this, good accent, totally of the era and very essentially Italian modern, very popular nowadays. We do have a lot of other pieces from Scandinavia, including this Swedish table that comes with a set of 6 Kai Christensen Danish leather upholstered, might be vinyl upholstered armchairs. Very nice set here, marked. The table does have 2 leaves. We also have these set of 4 Italian chrome marked and leather chairs. Like I said, the table is Swedish. We have custom rosewood piece. We have another rosewood piece here. This is a Arnie Vader for Sybas. This is labeled tambour front server. Very, very nice, out of a Hastings estate that I'm sure Ron and Neely will tell you all about, and Whitney as well. We have all sorts of lighting, including these quality floor lamps. We have chandeliers, we have table lamps, lots of good stuff in the decorative section as well. More rosewood. This is a Danish Arnie Vader dining table, and it comes with a set of 8 Eric Buck rosewood dining chairs, 6 side chairs and 2 armchairs. Italian, again, Italian modern Mariani leather, white leather and chrome dining chairs, set of 4 of these. Paul Macabre, leather wrapped sliding drawer and with hutch, a cabinet, cane front. Cane's actually in really good condition. Has the shelves and the glass backing on the interior. The top piece does come off, and it is pretty easily changed into just a sideboard, which is probably the more desirable of the 2 pieces. Lucite by Charles Hollis Jones, pretty recognizable. Single piece rocking chair there. We will move on into the center here. Tons of chairs, tons of decorative chairs. This is a Knoll style with a leather in the ostrich, faux ostrich style leather with a head cushion, chrome X base. This is really cool, very comfortable, unmarked, but of the era. So we also have more contemporary Italian. We have a recently added Casina sofa with an ottoman that just came in. Really nice. It has that B&B Italia look. It is marked Casina, so it is direct from the manufacturer. Really nice. Came from a Greenwich estate. We have Brazilian Percival Laffer, different piecemeal coffee table. This has 2 spring-loaded sides that fold in. On top of that is a nicely finished with brass leg T.H. Robs John Gibbings for Whitcomb biomorphic coffee table. Great size, really whimsical, and a very nice mid-century piece that's not as linear as you see, of course. We have directional swivel chairs. We have a number of these specimen stone and petrified wood tables. This is a cafe size. You can see a labradorite, nice luminescent one behind there. We have several of these as well. We also have a nice coffee table with a petrified wood slab. These are all contemporary, but super decorative. You can see the shine on this. Finished on one side, the petrified wood are finished on both sides. It can be used as a decorative piece, as a table, however you want. This is another Italian sofa. This is a very nice blue upholstery, has the nice shorter legs, great curvature to the back, very elegant piece. Also from the state of the Gio Ponti and the Paul Evans. So speaking of Paul Evans, we have a pair of these side tables with one drawer each. They are unfortunately later painted, meaning they were painted silver and not in the best quality in the paint, but fortunately as well, they do have the brass cityscape underlying finish, and if you can strip the paint, as you can see there's a little bit of scratching here, that it will be back into its original condition. And they are unmarked, obviously, because they've been painted. There could be a marking on one of the tiles underneath, but you just can't see it with the paint. There's also a later painted mirror that go with these as a separate lot, but definitely Paul Evans, came from the same estate as the Paul Evans Cityscape dining table that we had in the last sale. So definitely of the designer, but unfortunately, again, refinished. We also have one of my favorite, maybe my favorite piece in the entire sale, is a very early Vladimir Kagan serpentine sofa. Great large size, great curvature with a cloud form back on there. And what's really nice about this is it has the original hand-woven Dreyfus fabric on the sofa itself. And if you can see there, they really don't make the fabrics like this anymore. It is actually in pretty good condition, no stiffening too much to the cushioning, but I would say that it would have to be refinished at some point. But it's just nice to have that original piece here. We'll finish up front here with some really nice American design, including George Nelson for Herman Miller. This is a thin edge chest, nice aluminum hourglass style pulls. This is an early model again with the block base, the block foot base. This is in fantastic condition, original condition, although it is a little bit dry. As you can see, some of the veneer has been chipped on the back. So this is a very nice American design, like I said. And last but not least, the estate with the other Paul Evans pieces also had this rare and signed Paul Evans piece. Very beautiful, brutalist style, unusual size. As a center table, has a nice thick glass top. In near original condition. I could not find any issues with it, and again, this is good to go. Very nice piece of Paul Evans. I expect good things from this and all the rest of the Mid-Century. Hope to see you there July 9th. Register on BidSquare or live auctioneers to bid online as well. Thanks.
Hello, I'm here to present you with a collection of jewelry and silver for our July 9th auction. We have a great grouping of silver for this sale. A lot of it is Austrian, but I'll start here with this grouping of Danish silver. And Canadian silver, actually. This is a Burke's silver bowl. Peterson hand-hammered creamer and sugar, and the remainder is George Jensen. We have little demi-tasse spoons, a cocktail fork. These are a great pair of pyramid pattern sugar tongs. Serving spoon, a knife there. And I'm going to move on to one of the first pieces from this one estate from Hastings-on-Hudson. This is a wonderful 1911 English silver Mappin and Webb mantle clock. Really beautiful condition. Needs, you could polish it if you'd like, but it's in great, no dents. There is an inscription on the back. Really wonderful. Was most likely this came from Austria. The majority of the items from this Hastings-on-Hudson estate was shipped here from Austria in the mid-20th century. Moving on to this really wonderful three-piece garniture set. It is 800 Austrian silver. Center bowl flanked by these candelabra. Beautiful putti form design, open work to the bases and around the perimeter of the bowl. And you can see that they can either be used as a candelabra or candlesticks. So here it is just as a candlestick and with a 6-cup candelabra top. These are estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. This is a wonderful Austrian 800 silver tea service. Carved handles, gold wash to the interior of the teacups, but a great design with kind of these little crystal accents to the stem here. Unfortunately, the teapot is it's in multiple pieces, but all the pieces are present. Here I have a Nowakowski, probably German pitcher. Really nice design. It is signed to the base. Foliate design here, nice scroll form arm. Gold wash the interior. And this is one of my favorite pieces in the auction. It's an 800 German silver trophy, monumental side with an inscription. It was won for a motorboat competition. Beautiful carved agate finial to the top. This is estimated at 1,000 to 1,500. Sweet diminutive Austrian silver, 800 silver tea service. Really sweet, gold wash the interior again with all the markings. I believe this has the 3rd standard toucan mark. Maker's mark unidentified, but really sweet. Estimated at 300 to 500. One of a few Russian lots in this sale, kind of a black and silver bucket form vessel. It is monogrammed. If you can just get a close up here on the marks. Really beautiful. Gold wash the interior again. Just great quality silver, some of the best I've seen. Here we have a little garniture set, 2 apparents. Unfortunately, there is a missing top here, but it is, other than the etched glass insert, everything else is in good condition. Beautiful cherub here. It is fully marked 800 Austrian silver again. And here is just a 3-piece bowl set. Beautiful design, again Austrian silver. Wonderful little crest here. Gold wash the interior, all stamped with maker's marks, etc. One of the star pieces in this auction is this tea service. A really handsome set. Beautiful carved handles, this all 900 silver actually. Carved finials, a beautiful design, and actually this has great historical importance. This is by Joseph Karl Klinkosch, who was an important silversmith in Austria. He was actually, in 1855, he became the silversmith to Franz Joseph, who was one of the longest reigning emperors of Austria and the Austria-Hungarian Empire. So he was pretty important, had an interesting life story that I read about, but it's a beautiful set by a wonderful maker. It's estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. And here, Tiffany trophy. There is an inscription, but it is Tiffany sterling. Nice piece at $800 to $1,000. And one of the most important lots in the sale, this is a Mortimer and Hunt garniture set. Really heavy weight, nearly 300 troy ounces just in silver. But if you take a look here, these are royal insignias. So it is a royal crest. I haven't identified as of yet who the insignia belongs to, but they're estimated at $15,000 to $25,000. Really heavy, the best quality craftsmanship. And it is fully stamped on the bottom. Let me just turn this around for you. So you can see here all of the markings, so it's all identifiable. English silver, but again, this did come from Hastings, so it was probably in Austria at one point. The family that owned these was a very prominent Austrian family, had a lot of money, were really important, so it did come from that estate. And that'll wrap it up for silver, and I'll move on to some of the jewelry. We'll start here with this lady's stainless Rolex, 1,000 to 1,500, nice condition. Can't go wrong. I believe that this is also Austrian, but from a different estate. It's just the family came from Austria, and the woman had inherited a lot of things from her family, but it's 18 karat yellow gold, sapphire and ruby cabochons with a little band of diamond accents. Really nice quality, and I just think it's beautiful. If you just take a quick closer look, there's actually, there are inclusions to each of these stones, but they're rutile needles, so they're kind of like lines, but if you look closely, they really utilize them well, and they're attractive in this particular piece. I love that. Beautiful deco ring, large center diamond with a surround of diamonds and a second tier of sapphires. It's set in platinum. Platinum bar pin, central diamond, flanked by pearls and diamond accents throughout. H. Stern, important maker, 18 karat gold, central amethyst with diamond surrounds, beautiful quality. And here we have, just came in yesterday actually, this wonderful men's 18 karat yellow gold Patek Philippe watch with a blue face. Great quality, Patek Philippe movement. All the pictures are available online. This is a pair of 14 karat yellow gold Missoni Italian earrings. Nice diamond accents, a more contemporary look to them, and a little tiny dot of enamel detailing here, which I love. Here we have an 18 karat gold suite, citrine and diamond matched set. And here's a coral grouping. So we have a 14 karat gold coral ring, really nice size, just for an idea, looks great. Along with this angel skin coral carved brooch with a bird and foliate form gold work to the bottom. And here we have an 18 karat gold grouping of brooches, owl form and spider, which I just love, with a little diamond accent eyes to the owl, with enamel work, blue and green enamel to both. An interesting piece, I believe this is a Frank Mueller style watch. And for all the little kids out there, just close your eyes for a second because there's just this little erotic scene on the back, which is interesting. Estimated at $300 to $500, came out of a local estate, a little interesting. And here's a 14 karat gold modernist necklace, the fringe bottom, really nice, it looks great. And there's a whole coin collection in this auction. This guy's actually upside down. Mexican pesos, $50. Here's an American Liberty coin, a lot mounted as pendants. But this is only a portion of the gold coins in this sale, so there's a lot more online with all of the good details. Bracelet grouping, 14 karat gold, opals and diamonds to this piece and seed pearls to the other. These are lotted together. Wonderful 18 karat gold necklace. Beautifully articulated, wonderful quality Italian. And here is a men's grouping. So we have belt buckles, cufflinks, tie bars, etc. But what I really wanted to highlight here were these cufflinks. Beautiful diamonds, Asher cut. Nice. These are also, I like these, Asian style. Little dragons, 18 karat gold. And here's a lady's lot of silver jewelry, but there's some important makers. So this is a John Hardy necklace and pendant. Tiffany necklace, John Hardy again. These are David Yurman with gold X's. We have George Jensen. These two are George Jensen. These I just liked. This is one of the Danish makers. And we have some Native American pieces, signed. All estimated at $400 to $600. And I will wrap it up here with these two Louis Vuitton trunks, each estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Nice quality, good condition. There are some condition issues as always to these strappings, but all the markings that you need. This is beautiful, actually has a medallion here. This is an oversized trunk, also estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. But that wraps it up, and I hope everyone has a nice July 4th weekend. Thank you.